Welcome back, folks. Episode 185, I believe I've spent that much time doing this. Episode 185 of This World Blows, the comedy podcast. Let's start with the complaints so far. First complaint I've gotten recently from Cousin TJ, who is our most loyal listener, to be quite honest. A listener maybe from the beginning, I'm not sure, but a frequent, even a contributor to the show. And so, though he doesn't like the direction we're going in with the visual element, because he's an audio listener only, I do have to consider the opinion based on his loyalty. Contrarian as he may be, he holds a lot of sway here at this podcast, where it's mainly to keep in touch with about 5 people. I'm trying to list them all in my head. Hal, Brandon, TJ, maybe 3. Maybe it's a 3-person podcast. As far as like real friends that care to listen. Who knows? But let's get into it, guys. Episode 185, here we go. You know me, we're not talking about today's news. I don't give a shit. Or if I do, it doesn't matter, as your opinions also don't matter. But I will say this. I happen to be perusing the internet and just watching some old clips of the TV show Mad TV. I should have said the show Mad TV. But I was watching clips of Mad TV from 1995, and I happened upon this random sketch, and I was shocked at how much this mirrored our current status right now. And so the sketch is that this cast member, David Herman, wakes up drunk in the White House, and he's basically being told he's the president. He doesn't remember anything, and the bit is that every day he gets wasted, and they kind of what's the movie? 50 First Dates him. Every single day they have to say, no, you're you're just a drunk alcoholic president, is the joke. Kind of. And then the other joke is that he's a piece of shit and that this is absurd that this would ever happen. So, let's watch a little bit of it.
America isn't the swiftest country in the world, but this is absolutely...
People were skeptical at first, sir, but when you gave your famous bitch slap to America speech, they really started to listen.
So I just get drunk and people listen.
Yes, basically that's it, sir. Your campaign slogan was, "Hey, America, last call."
What does that mean?
I don't know, sir, but it was sure a hell of a lot catchier than 4 more with Clinton and Gore.
Oh, God. It's like a nightmare.
Actually, no, sir. In 5 short years, you put men on Mars and acquired 3 new states.
3 new states.
Sounds familiar?
Cuba, Saskatchewan, and Germany.
And how exactly does one go about acquiring 3 new states?
Well, with Cuba, you just simply woke up one morning, went to the UN, and told the people, and I'm quoting here, "Cuba's now part of the United States." Anybody got a problem with that?
And nobody had a problem with that.
Well, the ambassador of France had certain objections, but that ended when you asked him to step outside. Saskatchewan was a straight-up trade with Canada.
What did we give them?
Aerosmith.
I see. And when you say Germany...
Okay, I like that last joke that they gave away Aerosmith. That's funny that's still relevant. To make fun of Aerosmith is maybe the only topical joke from 1995 that still is very relevant today. It grows more relevant. Like, they were already mocked saying throw this band away in 1995, and it is now 2025. But anyways, strange similarities. I will, again, I'm not going to talk about today's news or any day's news, but I will say that it appears as though we live in a Mad TV dimension. You know, people like to say this is some other... Who knows? Many theories exist about how this could ever be. How could we be living in this stupid of a world? How could this ever, or society, whatever, how can we be how can we be at this status right now? And I'd like to say we're in a Mad TV dimension, okay? If there is parallel dimension, if there is a multiverse, we're in the Mad TV one. That's what we're living in. And so to anyone who wants to get uppity about anything, and get very deadly serious about things, just remember what you're up against. You're living in Mad TV land. So, good luck. Good luck getting your stuff through the gate, okay? This is highbrow comedy only. Okay, so what else is going on? I was talking to my buddy Corey Jones the other day. Corey Jones, he's a musician buddy. Check his stuff out on Spotify and elsewhere. Might be under KC Jones. He used to go by KC Jones. His name actually is Corey C. Jones. So he can be Casey Jones, which is a great moniker. But I think he used to go by that musically. But eventually, I suspect he got tired of people thinking that that's not real, and then he just has dubbed himself Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles. In which case, that would be like, yeah, of course, that's not cool. But if it really is your name, then it's very cool. But so I don't know what happened. But anyways, I think he's now just going by fully Corey Jones. Maybe it's Corey C. Jones. So this could be even more confusing. But he's got good music. This is his music playing right now. Makes cool tunes. A good old classic brother. But we were talking the other day about the endless, painful pursuit of music and how heartbreaking it is and destructive or all the things. And how much it's, kind of an addiction too, where you're kind of just like, you can't stop if you create stuff. A lot of times you're just compelled to do so. And we were talking about just music in general, and it's my opinion, you guys. It's my opinion here. I think I've boiled down what my issue with pop music or whatever you might call it, pop culture, whatever that might be. I think the real difference is that there's music and then there's entertainment. And I'm not against entertainment, but I don't think entertainment is music, even if it's delivered through the vessel of music. I think if you have background dancers to entertain us, that's an entertainer. You know what I mean? Like that's not a musician. So it's not that one is bad, but it's that they're competing against each other. Like there's no. It doesn't make sense to me that Sabrina Carpenter and Radiohead are competing in the same sport, essentially. It doesn't, that they're not, that's not related on any level, And it's, again, I'm not against entertainment, y'all. I love a lot of pop, okay? I'm not against it, but I'm just saying, for these two things to compete against each other, it doesn't make sense. Because one thing is creating music, and one thing is selling sex. It's like, it would be like putting pornography in the Oscars, Again, I'm not against pornography, but if you have that compete with cinema, sex is always going to win. People are always going to go for the sex. That's the same as in music and pop and rap, whatever it is. Whatever's big, what they're really selling is sex. I mean, come on. Here's the other problem. If you're the kind of person that says, Ice Spice shaking her ass on stage, this isn't music, people go, what are you, Republican? Or what are you, against nudity? Or it's like, but it's not that at all. It's just that we're calling this the wrong thing. That's entertainment, and that's fine. That's totally fun. I'm down for fun. But it's just like, that doesn't make sense that people that have worked for many years to learn how to play an instrument are competing with hot butts. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not the same thing. And I'm sure anyone who plays a real classical instrument thinks that about anyone who plays a modern instrument. So I'm sure there's levels to it, okay? I'm not saying, like, there's a sacredness to guitar playing. This is what matters. I don't think that. I just think that, a pop package and all these things, like, the real difference is, like, you can't compete with sexuality. There's no chance. Because it's not the same. It's not the same thing. It's not an art form. One is a primal desire, and one is a weird thing we craft and work at. They're just not related. So that's the real thing. That's the real thing. It's like I'm not against pop. It's just that like Katy Perry shouldn't be receiving awards for music. That's the same way that Megan Fox, again, I'm not shitting on someone for being beautiful or whatever got them where they are. But if you say Megan Fox is your favorite actress, people would laugh at that concept. That's not real. That's not a real concept. I mean, I've made this joke before about Eva Longoria being my favorite actress of all time. Because that's never been said. Like there's people that are at the party for a reason that isn't the thing that they're getting an award for. And it's okay they're there, but we don't call them, well, I guess we do call them actors and actresses, but you know what I mean? Like there's just this overt distinction there, but in music it's all just music, and it's all competing with each other, and it's like, this is absurd, okay? The same as rap. I'm not against rap. I love a lot of rap, okay? But to say that there's a music genre that you must be physically strong and fight people physically, you have to have wars with people and physically brawl to be good at this genre of music, that does not make sense. You know what I mean? That is not, it's just not, I I'm not against it. I love me some beats. I'll build a beat for you right now. Don't accuse me of refusing to build you a beat. I'm just saying, it ain't the same, guys. It ain't the same as the Beatles. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not a Beatles guy. I'm not a classic rock person by any means. If you know me, you already know this. But I'm not a old music rules, new music sucks kind of guy. I like a lot of new music. Okay, I just think that it's just funny to have these things compete in the same. I guess they're not the same categories. They're called different genres, but it's like, okay, one of these genres involves 15 people writing you a song, and then you come in and sing it, or it's a song bought from someone else that was already recorded, and then hiring 25 dancers. And again, I love the dance, okay? But that's Vegas, okay? That's Vegas. We're talking Vegas. That's a great show. But doesn't have that much to do with song. I don't know. I'm starting to question my own things. I'm like, who is good then? Like Blink-182 is not good. Like I don't think of a band that I can even respect anymore. Like the Pixies. Like who's the last band that would? I mean, there is modern cool bands, but I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe I disagree with my whole thing, but let's watch some videos to see if it backs up my point. Here's a Katy Perry Wells Fargo commercial. Let's see how much music how much music goes on here, or what this has to do with music. See you on the Lifetime Store, guys.
All right, I'm here in Philadelphia because I'm really excited to announce that I'm bringing the Lifetime Store to Philadelphia.
I'm here in Philadelphia because I'm really excited to announce that I'm bringing the Lifetime Store to here in Philadelphia. Here's me, Katy Perry, with food, because for some reason, I've talked about this before, they've attached Katy Perry to, her selling point has always been candy and food. It's always been pretending that she pigs out on stuff, but she definitely does not. Look at the Ozempic effects that are happening to her. She looks like a Robotatron. But also, I already watched this, and the editing is, they're trying to like compensate for that this is absurd. That why would anyone want to watch this? Because they're fans. Because they're psychopaths. That's why. Okay. And there's me. Let's keep going.
And I'm going to eat some of your food because I want to just prepare my taste buds.
Why didn't they mic this? Like,
survive an apocalypse.
There's like one weird light in there. It looks horrible.
I'm into it. I'm into this more. I'm a really...
Like, this must have been a weird, boring, 15 to 20 minute shoot, the way that this is chopped up.
So it looks like a bow.
It's just bizarre. She's not really giving much energy that she should be giving. She needs to get more excited for Wells Fargo, because that's musically rad. Okay, check it out, guys. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, meat everywhere. Actually looks incredible.
Here we go, guys. Penis joke, sex joke. Let's get it on right as she shoves that big old hoagie into her mouth. That's funny, right? 2025, that's funny, right? That's pretty great. Wow. Let's look at an older pop star. Her name was Britney Spears, and she was, I don't know what age she was here, but this is probably this is all the same kind of activity that's been going on. This is an ad to promote Pepsi, I believe, for an Austin Powers commercial. I don't know what this is, but let's watch.
Kickstand. Really? Can I give you my cell phone number? Please? Is it true what they...
Oh, okay, so it's a giant cock joke for this young pop star. It's about what if this little person had a massive dick? And if he did, if this man who's now dead, Vern Troyer? He's dead, doesn't matter. If he did have this massive dick, tell you what, this 21-year-old, 22, however old she wants that. So she wants to fuck this dwarf because of his massive cock. That's the writing of this commercial, which is, again, not that different than the Wells Fargo one that we just saw. I think they added that, that was an editing joke in the end, but it's the same, this must be the same writing crew, the same, come from the same school at least, because this is all anything is. It's a overt sex and penis jokes for pop stars. It's always what it is. And for some reason, no one seems bugged by it at the time. Looking back, you go like, that is kind of odd. But whatever. Again, the thing I hate about this, anytime I try to point out because I'm trying to point out how this is bullshit, okay? It's not that I'm like we need more modesty. I don't give a fuck what people do to themselves, but this is outside people controlling and selling a product, which is these hotties, to you guys, and it's packaged as music. And then people who want to play music have to compete with that, because that's what we're all trying to sell. I saw this the other day too. This kind of cracked me up. Mandy Moore. I've always hated Mandy Moore. Always hated Mandy Moore. I never really hated pop stars. I was never like I don't give a shit. When Britney Spears was out, I was never like, hey, hate Britney Spears. But I did hate Mandy Moore. There was something about her attitude. There's something about her facial expression she would make to the camera that was like she was acting way older than she was, and that grossed me out. And it was just this overconfidence. It makes my skin crawl. I knew some people like this too. It was like they're coming at this in this bizarro, like, you're a child. Don't try to act like you're 22 when you're 16. Don't act like you're 45 when you're 20. That's an obnoxious trait some people have, is trying to act older. But ironically, Mandy Moore was then cast as a grandma on a show, even though she's like younger than me. But this is an interview about her abusive relationship with Ryan Adams. She was married to this guy, and this is no defense of Ryan Adams, but let's just listen to what she says here.
They recorded me, and then my mom, so the story goes, hand-delivered this, VHS cassette of me singing the national anthem with fresh-baked cookies, and I think that's what, solidified everything for me. I got the gig.
Oh, this is how she got, signed, which sounds like your mom was a psychotic, manipulative woman that took you as a child and handmade cookies. Take my daughter. Psycho. Okay, look at her face right there. Way too confident for that age. You shouldn't be feeling like this at that age.
Teen pop star. With hits like Candy.
Ew. She looks so gross. That face, excuse me? I know it's normal nowadays to do this to the camera, but she was the first, maybe.
I think about that often because there wasn't that sort of expectation, you've had hits, you have to deliver more hits. But also it allowed me to branch off into the acting world, into film and television.
Mandy Moore is sitting right here.
And she didn't just sing on MTV, she also started hosting.
Exactly. Hi guys, this is kind of my show.
Which in turn led to acting roles in films like Saved.
I am filled with Christ's love.
And the teen tearjerker, A Walk to Remember.
You have to promise you won't fall in love with me.
Was there a point where you started?
Oh my God.
Actor who sings?
That's what I've talked about actors before. That's what I mean. This person saying she's a musician, she's an actress. That's what an actor is. Someone that can say a line like that and not start laughing incredibly hard. Someone can say, you have to make me one promise. Wait, I'm going to start it again. I'm going to try it again. I'll try to do it as good as I can. You have to make me a promise that you won't fall in love with me. I mean, it's insane to that's an actor. Okay, that is what it is. So be it.
Spark even more musical creativity. But she says the opposite is what happened.
When she got married to Ryan.
I was at a point in my life where I was the most comfortable making myself the least priority. And I made myself as small as possible in order to make somebody else comfortable.
In a New York Times story, Moore claimed her relationship with Adams was toxic.
It really destroyed my relationship to music. It destroyed...
You don't have one.
Emotional.
You were a dancer.
It destroyed my sense of self. It destroyed my belief in who I was as a musician and as a singer.
They divorced in 2016, and Moore, shaken by the end of her marriage and lack of acting work, considered leaving Hollywood.
I had done 4 failed...
Okay, this is not the right part of the interview. But there's some part of the interview where she says that her then husband, Ryan Adams, one of the hurtful things he would tell her was that she was not a musician, she was a singer. Which is 100% true. She was being nice by saying even that you're a singer. You're an entertainer. You sing about I'm missing you like candy, or I got a crush on you. And that's fine. But like to say like it shattered me to learn I was not a musician is crazy. You are not a musician. You're Mandy Moore. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're only a famous and rich singer and actress. I'm so sorry to break this news to you that is crushing. That's all you are. That's all the world will ever see you as a very famous, successful person since you were about 8 years old. We all feel very bad. Okay, it's getting late, so if we're going to do a Gates of Hell, we got to get into it. We got to open it up. I only got to pick one because we just simply don't have time. Who's it going to be? I don't. Maybe we'll I don't know. I'm getting excited. Now. I forgot about these. Okay, here's one. Here we go.
You think you're the shit, so you go and spit on small artists. But you've never touched it. Isn't that ironic? You think you're so dope, but you're just real cold when you come and dump. But you share my stuff, you come back for more. You can't get enough. You think shit.
Thinking that she can sing is insane.
I need you to understand. To me, you're simply a peasant. I don't want to hold your hand, for I'm a grown-ass woman.
Oh my God.
Of your tiny little brain.
I hope English is a second language for this person.
I have to woman's plane for you to understand, but that's fine, I'll do it again.
What?
To me, you think you're tough, but you just a little boy. Forget about mama. Let me teach ya, let me tame ya, let me show ya, let me fight ya. Youch.
I mean, if this person was a comedian, I would like this a lot because it's very confusing, like even what genre, even what you're trying to be. Okay, I can see you have tattoos. I'm trying to assess what kind of person you are. I mean, the first song makes me laugh the hardest. That type of lyrics, too. You think you're the shit, so you go and spit on small artists.
But you've never touched it.
But you've never touched tits.
Isn't that ironic?
Isn't that ironic? Wait.
You think you're so dope, but you're just
You think you're the shit, so you're gonna spit on small artists. So you're talking about someone who's famous.
You can't get enough.
Maybe they're not famous, but you've never touched tits. Isn't that ironic? I don't think that's ironic. I don't think it's related, but the best part is the singing, though, the little...
You think you're so dope, but you're just real cold when you come and dump, but you share my stuff, you come back.
I mean, imagine if this was your fucking kid, you'd be like...
You can't get enough.
You can't get enough. I mean, whoo, baby. Yeah, guys, where would you file this under? Music? Or... I mean, I am filing this under entertainment. This is entertaining me a lot. I don't think this is the same person, but... Oh my God. Okay, Leah, let's go into this person real quick. Okay, it says, words from this artist that made me cry as a musical artist. So she's immediately filming someone and then trying to get that fame from that person and reflect it back to her and say, I also do that. I'm also a DJ. As a DJ, it's so hard for me to be here and watching this and relate to this. Okay, let's watch. Oh, it made me cry when I saw this person wearing a skirt with the butt cut out. You can? It's always the random person who wins the lottery of getting famous for shitty music that says, you can do anything you want to if you put your mind to. It happened to me. That's got to be the case, right? I just tried. It can't be the randomness of who gets the lottery. Okay, let's get out of this. I don't care about this person. Okay, you're getting that fame. Let's see what the kind of music this artist does.
January 28th.
Okay, that doesn't show me her music. It shows maybe she's a rapper. We're not seeing any music yet here. Let's see. What else we got? Crying. POV, you're a musical artist working a 9 to 5. You literally filmed yourself crying and then put POV when you're an artist working a 9 to 5. I pray to God that you get fired from that 9 to 5.
Yes. There's no way that you're an artist and you don't dress super extra. Because come on, I don't want to just put a black top and black pants.
People don't know what words mean. Being an artist means you don't want to wear a black top and black...
When I go out, I have to wear it, you know?
Also, what you're wearing is not really... I wouldn't even call that like flashy or...
Fucking rabbits on my on my legs. I have my makeup, which is not too much this time.
I mean, this is a psychotic person. This is a psycho... As an artist, makes sense to second language. This person just heard about the concept of being an artist, and they heard about it through TikTok, which means they think that that's just a style of acting or clothing, or... They don't know... They've not attributed that to art yet. They don't know what that means. They just misunderstand it, and they go, yeah, I like fashion. I'm an artist, so I'm an artist. I want to look cool to people. That makes me an artist. Right? Being an artist is when you fuck a lot of bitches and people respect you. That's art. As far as I can tell from online. Wow, this is wild. Wait, okay, here we go. POV, it's 2025, and you finally decide to record after a few years of being too scared to do so. So, you started calling yourself a musical artist now. Right now. And an artist. You go, it's 2025, okay. I'm an artist. I am art now. That's hilarious. So you should not have put the year that you're starting being a musical artist and then the rest of your profile is you talking about how to be an artist. Although, again, I say you shouldn't do it. I love it. I don't really want this to stop. I love people's failures. It is very funny to me. And I love... People are worried about the youth. I love to see them going astray. I love it. I mean, I want it to all go downhill. I think it's funny. So I don't really want to course correct. It would be, I don't know what my life would be at my age if the youth just stopped shaming themselves right now. I'd be like, I guess I gotta look through old YouTube videos to find cringeworthy stuff. So, you know, I'm not against it, of course. I need it. This is not my bread and butter. I don't make any money doing this, but it is my love. I love to see failure. I love to see delusion. And I love to see people who will never achieve their dreams trying and openly saying, like, I'm doing this. This is real. This is the real me. I got tattoos all over my hand to prove I'm an artist. Okay? I'm going to start learning art very soon. Okay, this has been a long episode. We got to go. It's episode 185 of This World Blows, the comedy podcast. Till next time. Bye.